Gretsch Hand Hammered. Put a Aquarian texture coated on top, Power Dot Aquarian texture coated, and an Evans 300 mil clear snare side. So, oh, and I also put some Pure Sound wires on it, because these full range Gretsch snares are manufactured in Taiwan. So, you know, while the designs and all that stuff is all still proprietary Gretsch stuff, the actual assembly and all that stuff is done in Taiwan. So the snares that it came with were like really kind of bottom of the barrel, just steel Chinese snares. So this is what came with them. So I threw Pure Sound copper ones on there, but yeah, all they say is made in Taiwan on them. So, you know, they're just stock snares. But I took those off, put the Pure Sounds on, and put an Evans Rezo and the Aquarian texture coated Power Dot on top, and I think it is a phenomenal snare. I love the timbre of it. It's a great snare. Great snare. So I'm happy with it. People are looking for a steel snare that's got good control, not really kind of abrasive mids or highs, you know, because steel gives you a lot more of those mids and highs as far as the timbre and overtones that it creates. The hand hammering pattern, in addition to the die-cast hoops on it, 3 mil die-cast hoops, really dries out the sound and evens that out, so your overtones are much more controlled while still being there. You know, they don't get away from you or make it so you have to muffle the whole drum, because, you know, I know a lot of people use, you know, brass or aluminum or steel drums for like rock sound, but my personal opinion is it's a giant shame to get a nice brass shell or steel drum and then just immediately muffle it as much as humanly possible and get rid of all those great overtones, you know. It's like, just stick with the wooden snare if you're going to do that, you know. But to each their own, and that's why I like just a quick, you know, throw a big fat rock snare cover on top, but for those particular contexts, but not changing the whole sound of the drum and muffling and this and that, just to get, you know, a rock sound out of it versus what a metal shell drum should really sound like, you know, because those overtones are musical. They're musical overtones. So if you get them in the right range, you get the right timbre, those overtones, man, do they mix so well with the other drums, as far as the timbre of the note that the snare is giving you as opposed to going in thirds around your toms. So anyway, we'll see how it is on playback. And sorry I didn't post for a while there, guys. I was on a trip to Colorado for the last week. And so I was seeing my 93-year-old grandfather in Denver. Yes, 93 years old. So 93, went out there to kind of check up on him and help him out around the house and make sure he's doing all right and all that, because he lives alone now. So I've been gone for the whole last week. So that's why you guys haven't seen me posting. So I just wanted to kind of come out and mess around with the snare after Cam's lesson this evening. So I'll try and post some stuff tonight, just to kind of get a sense of what this sounds like with the EAD. And but I'm really loving this Gretsch Hand Hammered. And like I said in a previous video, it's basically meant to replace my pork pie bob, which is the black on brass, because one of my nuts, the nuts in the butt plate stripped, so the snares come loose over time after only like 30 minutes of playing, and the sympathetic resonance just gets uncontrollable. It's a great live snare, it's a great jamming snare, it's a great secondary and teaching snare, but for recording, it's, you know, it's almost impossible to use, because no matter what other drum you hit, you're going to get that constant snare buzz underneath it. So anyway, this drum was to replace that, and also to get something that was steel. I didn't have steel, I had brass. In addition to die-cast hoops with a hand-hammered drum. So, and Cameron, he has a Mapex Black Panther hand-hammered steel, and it kind of reminds me of that sound, but this definitely has more of a Gretsch sound to it. And they actually put, I believe it's a 45-degree bearing edge in these, where, you know, Gretsch is famous for their 30-degree roundover, but in these, you know, spun or seamless, they don't have a bead in the middle of them. It's just all one piece of rolled, cold rolled steel. It's got a really specific sound to it. So, and it's great because it's got a lot of projection, a lot of great timbre and overtones and mids and highs, but it's not so much that it gets away from you and it's just, you know, the ring and the overtones are just going on and creating mud. So these die-cast tubes with the hammering, man, it creates like the perfect dried out sound of a steel shell, in my opinion at least. So I hope you guys have all been doing well, and like I said, sorry I haven't been posting, but I'll get back to it now, and today was my first day back. I just flew in yesterday, but just started teaching again today and getting back to it and tuning my drums back up and getting the new heads on this Gretsch Hand Hammered. So I'll get back to it more tomorrow, guys. All right, love you. Hope everyone's been doing well, and thanks to those of you that checked up on me and were like, "You doing all right, Blake? I haven't seen you post in like a week, man. Is everything going all right?" So it's kind of funny too, because it's like I can tell, you know, how much I post. The people are used to, like, you know, I'm just constantly putting out content because, you know, I'm really spur of the moment, and I record everything so I can analyze and watch back. And if there are mistakes, that's totally cool with me because that's how I learn. And, you know, so I'm recording everything I do so I can just not only keep track of ideas, but keep track of progress and then what I need to work on and improve with. So, so yeah, I know. I do post quite a bit, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to like inundate and deluge you guys with notification after notification after notification. So I'll try to be a bit better about that in the future too. But I appreciate all of you thinking of me, and thank you to everyone that's supporting the channel and my students, and thank you guys so much for all your wonderful comments under Cam's video, the Black Crow's Remedy. You know, it made him really proud, and so he was just like, "Oh wow, people really liked what I was doing," you know, and it gives that sense of accomplishment and that, you know, like, I can do this, you know. So thank you for all that, guys. It means the world to me, not just supporting me and my channel, but supporting the up-and-comers, and Cam is one heck of a drummer, man. One heck of a drummer. So, love that guy. He's like my little bro, and, you know, we have a special relationship, and it's been absolute pleasure to work with him, watch him grow, see his dedication, see how he's been able to use the discipline of the instrument to further other relationships and get into school band and meet other players and expand his repertoire from, you know, starting with just like hard rock and Avenged Sevenfold and that kind of stuff to now where he's playing odd meter, jazz, groove tunes, funk, you know, rock, classic rock, math rock. You know, he's playing a lot of great stuff. So I'm really proud of him, and thank you guys for all the support that you've given, not only to me, but to him as well, and my other students too. They make me very proud as well. So thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I'll see you guys on the next one, all right? Happy drumming. Take care, everyone. God bless. Love ya.